So it's the Lock Robster, the I'm in Love LA, back again with another reaction video. Yes, the second for today. And yeah, I like the reaction video I like to do is, since I already did, several reaction videos on AKB48, and yesterday I did an SKE48 and an NMB48 reaction video to their certain songs. And now I'd like to go to the other sister group, which is NGT48. Yeah, so NGT48, I know, like, especially last year, what the debacle they had, or the scandal, yeah, I know, which was a shame, since they were like a group of big promise and they're really up there in popularity. But since the scandal regarding the assault on one of its members really put a damper on their image and their activities, yeah, which is a real shame, because like I said, as I mentioned before, each of the sister groups has their own personalities and or characters. For NGT48, the character or the traits that I saw in them was very innocent. And they're like very innocent because they're like simple folks, almost like the kind of like people you meet in the province, you know, those kind of simple folks. They portray that aura, especially, and that's also got portrayed in the seifukus they're wearing, like very simple. They're not flashy. Yeah. So yeah, and so regarding members, yeah, they're very special. They're like Katomina, Noe Yamada, Ogino, Rita Nakai, and several others. I should really mention the member who was part of the assault scandal, who was the victim of the assault scandal, Yamaguchi Maho. Yeah, and she's actually here in the video that I'm going to be reacting to. So the MV that I'm going to be reacting to, as I mentioned, is NGT48, and it's their version of Heavy Rotation. Yes, when I first saw it, you know, we've seen other versions of the Heavy Rotation, and they have their own version here, NGT48. Yeah, and what made it special was because the center, Katomina, she does, you know, like every other member, every other group, whoever's the center of a Heavy Rotation, does a split. Katomina does something different, which you'll see in a moment. Okay, so that's why, I guess, from what I'm saying, especially in the beginnings of NGT48, they were very special. And I would have to say that NGT's version of Heavy Rotation, the live dance routine, was the best. Yeah, despite all their faults later on. Yeah, I guess I would like to hold on to their innocence still, despite me being angry of what happened to them. Yeah, so I guess I know I've heard a lot of like bloggers out there. They don't really like to talk about NGT48 anymore. But let's just, for this time, let's give them credit where credit is due. So this is my reaction to their version, their live dance version of Heavy Rotation. Okay, so here we go. Okay, here it goes. Okay.
それでは聴いてください。ヘビーローテーション。1, 2, 3, 4.
Katomina. Chorus. Pariah. Oh, here it goes. Whoa! That's amazing. Katamina does that flip. No one else does that in any of the other groups. Obviously. Sakakura Moeka. Tapos Noe Yamada. It's actually my favorite member in NGT48. It's very funny. Her name, Michigata. And there's Maho, the very center back. And she moves up front. Oh yeah, so that's the girl that got assaulted. And yes, it's a shame that happened to her. And there's rumors that they're saying that a number of members of NGT48 was part of the plan for her to be assaulted by 2 men, maybe even 3. I should really talk more about the scandal later. I just enjoyed it. So yeah, so they did this live performance in the AKB48 show. Arisato, ano ito? Ito Akari. Pero last name. That's cute, of Martha. And there we go, that ends the NGT48's version of Heavy Rotation. Yeah. So yeah, that was very good, very, very good, because I like their version of Heavy Rotation the best. Yeah. Okay, so regarding, I guess I would say the downfall of NGT48. Yeah, so I talked about the scandal, or at least the bits of it. So this happened December 2018, in which when Maho Yamaguchi was going home to her apartment, 2 men suddenly appeared and grabbed her, or grabbed her face, and like pushed her down on the floor. Yeah, but she was able to escape when the men thought that they heard like the elevator open, and that they were afraid to get caught, and she was able to escape. Okay, so she told management about this and her suspicions of how this happened, because this happened were in in the apartment, the building where all the NGT48 members are are living at. So these men to come out of one of the apartments uh, to assault her before she got in the apartment. Yeah, I guess there's suspicion because they could have come. It's a high possibility that they came out from one of the members' apartments, like they were waiting for her. Yeah, so she believes that one of the members or several members told these men who were said to be like very big NGT48 fans or AKB48 fans where she lived and what time she was coming home. Yeah. So she told management about this and they said they would take care of it. But then she waited a month for something to happen. Nothing was happening. Okay, so then she broke her silence through Twitter. Yeah, she set out a video explaining what happened to her and how she told management nothing was going on. So it was like a month, January of 2018, when this came out, and all of a sudden her Twitter feed was like cut, and then she started like typing up her story on Twitter before her account got froze, something like that. Yeah. So from what I could gather, yeah, regarding this, which is really a shame because, like I said, NGT was like up and coming. They had great songs. They portrayed this innocent character, and we're hearing these stuff regarding that there's pettiness among its members, especially since their leader and captain, Rie Kitahara, graduated. Yeah, she seems to be the only one that was actually like holding this group together, I guess, in discipline or conduct. That when she left, I guess everyone it's a free-for-all, I guess, because there's rumors that some of the members were actually dating. Yeah, and they were not being punished or at least suspended for their actions. Okay, so from what I could gather from reports, or rumors, I guess, that members that were the suspects, I guess, or who planned this thing on Maho Yamaguchi Maho, nickname Maho's assault. Yeah, they said that Katomina was involved, who was the captain of NGT48. Yeah, yeah, it was the center, as you can see in the heavy rotation. Katomina was said to be involved. No Yamada, my favorite member of NGT48, said to be involved. One member, Akari. I forgot her last name. I was thinking Sato, but I know Akari Sato's in Team 8. So her name was Akari. Yeah, in the heavy rotation video, she's the one paired with Moeka Takakura in that M video we just watched. Okay, so who else was involved? Oh, Rika Nakai. Yeah. Who else? Nishigata Marina. Ogino, was her name Yuri or Yuki, I think, like that. So those were the members that were rumored to be part of it. But yeah, well, management investigated because of the spread of the news that happened because of Mahon's revelation on Twitter. Yeah, even the police got involved, and for some reason the men were arrested, but they were let go. Yeah, management investigated girls, and no one was punished. But overall, things here and there were like being thrown about until it led to what I guess you heard this news where Yamaguchi Mahohon had to like apologize in public, yeah, for what she did, which was kind of like insane to us like Westerners. I mean, she's the one who got assaulted and she's the one apologizing. But I guess from what I understand in Japanese culture, that she's apologizing for spreading out this this thing that was supposed to be private among them. I guess that's what she's apologizing about. Yeah, but she didn't want to at first, but she was forced to do so. Yeah, because she didn't think that she didn't do anything wrong to apologize for it. Anyway, so at least uh, that's how that's how I took it. From okay, she's apologizing because of spreading or getting out this thing that happened to her, rather than being handled eternally, even though it's been like a month already, or maybe over a month, that nothing was happening. So in her frustration, she let it out. And yeah, so it's very big ramifications of the scandal for NGT. A lot of sponsors left them, basically almost like this, the whole city of Niigata, where they're based, kind of like turned their back on them. Yeah. So yeah, so this led later on to Mahohon's graduation along with three other members. Yeah, and almost like the dissolvement of the teams within NGT48, in which they had like two teams, Team N and Team G. Yeah, but those were dissolved and they became like one team once more, basically one generation. Yeah, and let's see here. I think and I think one thing I remember is Katamina, when she tweeted out that she was in a beauty parlor and she was like watching the graduation concert of Yamaguchi Mahohon. Yeah, that she tweeted out like, "Oh, I wish I I changed the channel. I wish I could change the channel," like that. So since she was like the captain and she tweeted out like that, basically she's like, "Oh, I guess she's sick of Mahohon, I guess." Or whether or not she's actually part of the assault, who knows? But management caught that. Oh yeah, regarding management, old management was changed to a new management. But nothing really kind of like, despite what how NGT changed by dissolving the teams. I mean, nothing was really like, Mahon felt like nothing was really still happening to it, since the men were not arrested, they were not put on trial for assaulting her. The members who she believes were part of this were not being punished as well. Yeah. So anyway, management got going back to Katamina's thing on Twitter. Um, Management saw this and decided to demote her. She lost her captaincy and she was demoted to a Kenkyusei. Yeah, which was almost like kind of like happened to like Minigeshi. Yeah, back then when she shaved her head. But well, there's no shaving of heads here. Yeah, and it's almost like AKS management, or at least NGT management, or maybe well, since it goes way up. It's still a shame that Yamaguchi is being treated like almost like a pariah, because I think when she did her concert, there's supposed to be when she was doing a concert, one of the members of Team 8, AKB48 Team 8, Hashimoto Haruka, her nickname's Harupion, went to go watch, but for some reason management didn't want her in there. They didn't want her. Uh, they didn't want her to attend. Yeah, and she blurted out as well on Twitter what was going on, which is a shame. And I think Yamaguchi was also to have a handshake event, but that didn't go through either. Yeah, it's almost like, I guess it's almost like a greeting or something instead of a handshake with her fans. Yeah, so it's almost like she's being treated as a pariah. So she graduated of NGT48, and I know a slew of other members started graduating. Yeah, as well, ever since this. Yeah, and from what I heard latest news happened is that the management, I think AKS management, decided to sue the two men who supposedly assaulted uh, Yamaguchi, Maho Yamaguchi, for loss of revenue of NGT48, and I believe they got a judgment on that. But it's almost like too little, too late. Yeah. So NGT is almost like uh, almost like a pariah itself within the AKB48 family because of this scandal. Yeah. So yeah. I guess I always wanted to talk about this, my own version of uh, of the NGT48 scandal on the Yamaguchi assault, like that. And I guess it's finally good to let it all out. Yeah. I know maybe I haven't actually said completely everything, all the details, but other vloggers, they're on YouTube, have already given out the detail, and I'm just like repeating some of their information, but there's still more out there since I can't completely say everything that I remember or what I know or I can't recall here on this video itself. Yeah, I know. So it's really a shame of what happened to NGT48. Yeah, so you can see that they have a rotation that's one of their best. They had great songs. I was actually thinking of reacting to one of their better songs, but I found like I just decided to do the heavy rotation because that was like what I didn't want to show on how great their live performance is of that particular song. Yeah. So yeah. Hope you like my reaction. Well, I'm not sure how much you like what I was spouting. Uh, Stuff of things that happened like a couple of years ago. Yeah. So yeah. So oh yeah, think correction like that. I think the assault happened December 20. Oh yeah, that's right. December 2018, and then yeah, and yeah, I think I was correct earlier. So that's all happened December 2018, and then the news, Yamaguchi brought it out in January 2019. Yeah. So yeah, so there you go. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Lock Robster. Any comments, please leave them down there. And with that, God bless, show less.